Hello everybody and welcome to another Arkham horror video, and today, as you can see on the screen, I am here to talk about the new standalone scenario pack that just released, Fortune and Folly. You could call this an unboxing, you can call this a showcase video. Basically, what this is I'm just going to be talking about opening up, kind of looking through the book in the Fortune or Folly thing, which recently just released, so you can actually pick it up. It's been a while it's been available for a while through the printer's place. I forget the name of it. Game Center, I think. But they had an Arkham Knights version of it, I believe, and now it's actually officially out for sale, and you can pick it up yourself. Fortune and Folly. A few key things about this one, and keys, I am saying, that is a pun. That is a pun. You'll understand that soon if you don't all know it already. But this is a standalone scenario that you can either play standalone or include it in a campaign that you're already playing, much like Curse of the Rougarou, the Blob Who Ate Everything, or the Blob from Outer Space. I actually don't know the name of it. And then most recently there was Machinations Through Time. And like generally, or also the Guardians of the Abyss, the really tough one. So they kind of like release one of these generally a year, and this was a very recent one. Some would even say the most recent. But how this one works is that it can be played standalone, or you can include it in a campaign like you could the other ones. There is a little special bonus with this one where it has additional content if you play it in a Scarlet Keys campaign, which I don't know if it's officially the plan, but Bryn brought up a good point that we're about to actually record our rerun of Scarlet Keys. So it seems like a great time for us to, I don't know, maybe play this within the Scarlet Keys campaign. So while not like officially gonna happen, it is likely going to be the path we're gonna be taking, which I think should be pretty fun. The flavor for this one, I'll just go to the back so you can read the back. I'm not gonna be reading the back word for word, but you can kind of see. Don't try to scan that barcode. But with this one, it's a casino heist. It's kind of like the flavor for it. I'll show you on some of the cards. There is a special kind of symbol that's unique to this scenario so far, and probably, I'm going to wager, ever. But it's a casino heist, and it takes place over two parts. So there is two scenarios inside of this small package, much like the Guardians of the Abyss, which I actually don't know if that's the actual name for it, because I've only played that one once. So my knowledge on that one is very limited. But it's a casino heist that is, the first part is staking out the casino, and then the second part is heisting from the aforementioned casino. So that's kind of sick. It also has a checkpoint system, just like the Ice and Death, and just basically what we saw in Edge of the Earth. So why don't we crack this thing open? And we can look at the little guidebook that comes with it. So as I said, this isn't really like a traditional unboxing because there's not really much to unbox, right? Like even my traditional unboxings are quite untraditional here, but it's Fortune and Folly, care to try to your luck. A casino in Monte Carlo is using probability manipulating powers to accumulate wealth at the cost of endangering the populace. Uh-oh, ay caramba. In Fortune and Folly, a unique scenario for Arkham Horror, the card game, 1 to 4 investigators must plan and execute a daring heist in order to capture the source of this cult's power and put a stop to their nefarious work. But will their meddling turn fortune in their favor, or will their luck run out? We're going to find out. So you can see it has the standalone mode. So if you're just going to be playing it traditionally standalone, we can just come in a little bit closer on that. But as you can see here, this is like the standalone mode, and there's also, you can play it within the campaign. And there also is, so if you want to play it in a campaign, you need to spend 3 experience. Unless, of course, you're playing it in the Scarlet Keys, in which case you have to pay with a mechanic that is unique to the Scarlet Keys. There are going to be some slight Scarlet Keys, not spoilers, but like conceptual spoilers for how mechanic spoilers, so to speak, but I'm going to try to keep them as vague as I can until we have to not keep them vague, because I don't want to look at the cards themselves, but I do want to, like, check out some aspects of the cards, and we're going to be looking at that. So this is the checkpoint system, as I said, that you can see in Ice and Death. A few other mechanics. I actually noticed it had the alarm level, which was also seen in Dark Side of the Moon, which is from the Dream Eaters campaign, which is a very fun and very stressful mechanic. So I'm actually really stoked that they brought it back for this one, and we can see it here. I know nothing about this one. I just kind of skimmed this rulebook before. But see, and so an investigator's alarm level cannot be reduced below 1 or above 10, and notably each casino enemy at the location of an investigator with an alarm level of 6 or higher loses aloof. So I'm going to just grab this guy and try to, like, not show too much for people who don't want to see spoilers. But as you can see, this is a casino enemy with aloof and patrol. And notably as well, you can also see that there is that special symbol on the card. Notably, there's also patrol. This is another keyword that was in, like, most notably where most people will know it from is, I'm pretty sure, from Murder at the Excelsior Hotel, which is a very fun standalone scenario that I imagine you have probably been recommended it before in the past. Basically, instead of, like, it's like hunting, but for a location. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. All right, game icons. This is what I want to see. All right. Encounter card abilities in the scenario will sometimes ask an investigator to discard cards from the encounter deck in order to check their game icons. To do so, that investigator discards a specified number of encounter cards and checks the game icons listed on each. The icons will be red or black, a suit, like the cards, and a rank, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Jack, Queen, or King. For the purpose of determining numerical value, Jack, Queen, and King count as a 10. All right. For the purpose of determining color, red, hearts and diamonds are red, spades and clubs are black. Just like playing cards. Wait, you mean there are other card games out there? What the hell? If the encounter deck runs out of cards while checking, set the cards that have already been discarded, shuffle the remainder, and then continue discarding. So you always discard to the amount that you need to discard. Sequential rank on a card effect indicates the rank of a checked game icons are in consecutive order in a row. So a straight. If a card with no game icons is discarded, set it aside and discard an additional card in its place. So you always are going to be checking for game icons. Okay. Note, any cards that are discarded this way are set aside or still discarded this way. And note, a rank of A is present on some encounter cards. These particular cards do not enter the encounter deck, and therefore these cards are never used when checking game icons. Interesting. Interesting. That's kind of fun. That's kind of neat. And then we got mulligans, which is a mechanic that I know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, some game location effects that instruct you to discard cards in encounter deck will specify that you can take a mulligan. This means that after an investigator discards a specified number of encounter cards and checks their game icons, they can set aside as many of those discarded cards as they wish. Then they discard an equal number of cards in encounter deck to replace the set aside cards. Once the effect is resolved, they discard the set aside cards. So it's basically like, okay, it's basically like Yahtzeeing dice. So you have a better chance of hitting what you want because you have like multiple attempts for it. Okay, that makes sense. And then here is the key from the Scarlet Keys, which I'm not going to worry about yet. And then we're in the story. Okay. So we're just going to kind of like check out some of the cards here. Like, I just want to look at like this, the token card. So Fortune and Folly, easy standard, -XX is half your alarm level rounded up. Hey, where have I seen that before? Cultist is reveal another token. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. Ay caramba. Tablet is -3. If you fail, the nearest enemy moves once towards you. And -5, you may raise your alarm level by 1 to automatically succeed instead. Cool. Whew. Neat. And then I'm just going to go through. One thing I noticed, I'm going to be showing cards now, so if you want to get like no spoilers, I'm just showing individual encounter cards. But I don't want, just give it a heads up, if you don't want to be spoiled, this could be the time to leave. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great day. But we have for the security patrol here, notably, these guys actually patrol clockwise. So this gives me like a Carnival of Horrors kind of map idea, where maybe not an exact circle. It does like potentially provide that image where they're going to be like going around searching the casino, and there's going to be like circular movement. Maybe not one-way circular movement like there is in Carnival, but there will be circular movement, which I think is always a fun way for a map to be. Okay. So you just look classic locations like the casino floor, calm night. And notably, this one seems to be actually double-sided. So we have busy night and we have a calm night. So I actually have no idea what that's going to mean, but that's kind of neat. Roulette wheel, poker table, baccarat, slot machines, high rollers. This just looks like a fun time. I don't have a gambling problem. What the hell are you talking about? Get out of here. And then we have a bunch of closed doors. I always love the rooms that have these, the like, what is this location art on it? Like that is like used from the study and all that. I think that's just like a fun time. Oh yeah, and then there is the looks like the big ones, the vault door and the relic room. Once again, oh, this kind of seems neat. It looks like you're gonna have like a card that is your role in the heist, which is really cool. That's really fun. The face, the muscle, the thief, and the grifter. I love the hell out of that. And then, yeah, it just looks like some of the cards here. House dealer, you know, she's just doing her job. When it's ready, each ability on its location costs initial action to trigger. That's annoying. That's annoying, but I like it. You know, just like she's just doing her job, and you can kill her with a baseball bat. I actually love the card art in the corner on the treacheries. It looks really nice. Once again, I'm not trying to like show too many details here. I love the art on that card. That's some really nice art. And then here is the key. Shift. So once again, these are Scarlet Key spoilers. If you don't want to see this, if you don't know any about it, you don't want to have like mechanical spoilers, back out now, but it is pretty minor. It is pretty minor. So shift. During the next skill test performed this round, the performing investigator reveals an initial chaos token, chooses one to resolve and ignores the other, flip it to its unstable side. This side is shift. During the next skill test performed this round, the performing investigator reveals an additional chaos token, resolve both. Then if an investigator triggered this, flip this key to a stable side. Fun! File number 3, spade, subject class yellow, subject appears as a small coin, 34mm in diameter of unidentified metal. Really cool. Really fun. Oh my god, there's a mummy. Okay. Well, like I said, there's not really too much to like showcase and like, well, not too much to like for the unboxing, but I can at least, you know, tell you mechanically what's up. And then if you are curious and, you know, just getting more Arkham, standalone scenarios, while not my personal favorite way to play, they are a great way to just, you know, increase the replayability of your game by adding more scenarios. And I do know people who commonly include them in their campaigns themselves, and they always seem to, you know, they speak very highly of it. So I do think that if you are interested in this kind of thing, and you like that kind of stuff, Fortune and Folly seems like a fun time. I haven't played it yet, admittedly, but I don't think there's any for me that are personal misses. I like the concept and mechanics of all of the scenarios, the standalones, but that's also just because like I like Arkham. That's a big part of it too. And I'm excited to play this one, and like I said, we're probably going to play it within the Scarlet Keys, which should be really fun. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciated this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, or by joining our Patreon down below. In the meantime, have a good one. I love ya, and as always, a GG's.